Hey everybody, this is Mr. Storm, and in this video we are going to talk about HTML canvas graphics and how we can create some graphics using this canvas element. So the HTML canvas element is used to draw graphics onto a web page. Now importantly, it also can be updated very rapidly, and which is why we're concerned with using it for game development. So this graphic here is used or was created using the canvas element. So there are 4 different elements here. We have a solid red rectangle, we have a gradient rectangle, a multicolored rectangle, and then some multicolored text. So what is canvas? Well, it's basically just an element that allows us to draw graphics using JavaScript. It's really only a container for the graphics. We need JavaScript in order to make the graphics work. Now, it works on pretty much every modern browser. If you go back, earlier than Internet Explorer, then you're probably not going to be able to use it. But, no one uses that anymore anyway. So the canvas is essentially just a rectangular area on your HTML page. By default, it has no content, has no border. Basically, if you just create a canvas like this, you won't see any change. There will be nothing on your page. You have to create, you have to actually put some content in it and give it a border if you want to see what it looks like. So it's really important to specify an ID for your canvas and a height and width so that your canvas actually has a specific height and width on your page. The ID is going to be used whenever we're sending items to the canvas via JavaScript. So that's really important. So if we take a look here, we have a canvas that was created with an ID, has a width of 200 and a height of 100, and then we've given it a border. That's pretty much it, right? Okay, so now adding some JavaScript. So if we have our canvas there, then we can use JavaScript to actually assign some graphics to that canvas. So right here we have var c, we're creating a variable called c, and we're setting that equal to document.getElementById, my canvas. That's why we need an ID attached to the canvas element. And then we're going to use this variable called ctx, which is basically the context. Canvases can be either 2D or 3D. We're only going to deal with 2D canvases in this class, but we just basically need to get the context of that element, of that canvas, right? And we're going to store that in a variable called ctx. Then ctx.move to 00 is going to say, hey, we want to move to those 2 coordinates in our 2D canvas. And then line to 200 to 100. So this is going to start up here at 00, and it's going to create a line that goes from there to 200 to 100. And we're going to set it as a stroke. We're going to call this stroke function here. Now stroke is just going to create a black line. All right. We can also use it to draw a circle using the arc function. We can draw some text. Basically fill text. We can create some stroke text. We can draw a linear gradient using this stuff here. A circular gradient. All right. We can draw images just like that. Okay. Okay, and there's more to learn in the Canvas tutorial. Now, some of this, you'll see that I'm kind of breezing through this as quickly as I can, just because I don't want to spend too much time on any one of these items, because, a lot of the stuff we're not actually going to use. And for the stuff we're really actually going to use, we're going to do that in the video itself, where I show you how to create the game. Now, it is important that you understand that when we make changes to the canvas element, we're not making changes to the C variable we create. We're making changes to the CTX, the context. That's an important thing. And that's a distinction that some people kind of mess up on if it's the first time messing around with Canvas. All right, so this was a very quick video, only about 5 minutes, which is exactly what I wanted. Take this information, go and take the Canvas quiz, and then I will see you in the Chase project.